Mr. Chancellor, it's with great pleasure that I present Dr. Honorary Petroski, engineer, researcher, teacher, and author. Dr. Petroski's remarkable contributions to our understanding of invention and the nature of technological advancement deeply resonate with design professionals across the globe. Through his insights in the field of failure analysis, he has substantially increased our understanding of the interrelationship between success and failure in design. His ability to translate complex ideas into accessible and easily understood concepts has broadened public understanding of the critical roles that design and technology play in modern life. His analyses take students and the general public inside the creative mind and illuminate the process by which common objects are invented and improved upon in a continuing quest for perfection. His publications in scholarly and trade journals and in the popular media have inspired generations of design professionals to pursue new avenues of discovery, and by doing so, he has improved the quality of life in societies worldwide. Sometimes described as America's poet laureate of technology, this remarkable engineer, historian, and philosopher has profoundly affected the design professions. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you Honorary Petroski, so that you may confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to invite Dr. Honorary Petroski to deliver the convocation address. Dr. Petroski.
Chancellor Mahan, Principal and Vice Chancellor Fortier, Dean Neisel, proud parents and guests, and today, most of all, members of the graduating class of 2016. It is a double honor for me to be here today. First, as a recipient of the McGill degree, of which I am extremely proud. Second, as your convocation speaker, in which case I have been instructed to be extremely brief. It has been a while since I received my bachelor's degree, but that is not why I cannot tell you today who gave the commencement address or what he said. I simply had other things on my mind, and you may too. At my graduation, I wondered whether I had what it takes to be a successful engineer. I knew that there was so much I still had to learn. Just weeks earlier, I had accepted a fellowship to attend graduate school 1,000 miles from home. Did I make the right decision? Was I prepared to compete at the next level? I soon realized that my doubts were not unique to me. Many of my fellow graduates had similar reservations about what they would do after graduation. Most of us simply did not talk openly about such things. We knew we were expected to go bravely into the future, and we hoped we would achieve success. But what was the way to success? Was it following in the path of those who had already succeeded? Was the roadmap to be found in biographies of successful engineers? There had to be more to it than that. Each of us faces a number of career decisions. These, taken together, constitutes a set that is uniquely ours. There comes a point in everyone's life when he or she must make a choice for which there is no answer in the back of a textbook, no exact model in someone else's biography. We find ourselves alone at a fork in the road. I have stood at many forks and followed many paths in the course of my career, And one of them has been to think and write about success and failure in engineering and design. I believe that virtually every calculation that an engineer makes is fundamentally a failure calculation. The computation of a stress or a voltage or a flow rate takes on meaning only when the result is compared to some failure criterion. If the calculation or the comparison is done incorrectly, the design of an entire bridge, circuit, or system can be jeopardized. But there are silver linings to failures. They reveal faults in designs, thereby enabling engineers to make improvements that lead to more successful structures, machines, and systems. Successes, on the other hand, reveal little about the engineering design other than that it works. Tweaking a successful design even just a little bit the wrong way can lead to failure. The Quebec Bridge over the St. Lawrence River was to be the longest cantilever span in the world, exceeding by 5% the Great Firth of Forth Bridge in Scotland. Tragically, the Quebec structure collapsed while under construction in 1907 because its engineers did not properly account for how it could fail. But because of the lessons learned from that failure, the rebuilt bridge stands today as a model of success and a symbol of Canadian pride and resolve. One thing that is almost guaranteed to us as engineers, architects, planners, and as individuals is that whatever road we follow toward success, we will now and then stumble and even fall. These setbacks do not necessarily mean that we made the wrong choice, or only that we did not proceed with enough care and caution along the path that we chose. This does not mean that we should not take chances. Every choice involves risk, but there is a difference between being bold and being foolhardy. Were it not for engineers designing ever longer bridges and ever smarter phones, our world would be static. We would be stuck in a former century. We must risk failure to move forward with greater successes. It is not only in engineering that success and failure are really two sides of the same coin. When we find ourselves experiencing prolonged periods of success in any endeavor, we tend to grow confident in ourselves, as we should. But the difference between confidence and overconfidence can be less than the thickness of a well-worn coin. Overconfidence leads to carelessness, and carelessness leads to failure. Failure, on the other hand, is humbling. It reveals a weakness in our step. It provides a clear warning that we did something that interrupted our smooth progress. If we ignore the misstep, thinking it was a fluke, something that was the fault of the road rather than the way we rushed along it, we are likely to make the same mistake again, and maybe with more severe consequences. So whatever choices you will encounter on your way along the pathways of your life and career, may your failures be small and instructive, and may the lessons you learn from them lead you to ever greater successes. New graduates of the Faculty of Engineering, congratulations on having completed your course of study. And welcome to the exciting world of continuing learning in your own field and in the broader fields of life. Thank you, McGill, for preparing and encouraging your graduates to go forth boldly on their roads to success. And thank you, class of 2016, for all the good and exciting things you will do in the years to come. Thank you.